All right, everyone, happy hump day to everyone out there. But do you hear this? That's the quietest Cowboys versus Eagles week I have ever experienced since I've been here on YouTube. My college fraternity brothers, they're mostly Cowboys fans or Eagles fans. There's one Steelers fan. And by the way, the Steelers still won with Bubby Brister at quarterback by utilizing their run game. To all the, you got to pass people and get out of the 90s Shango people. Again, football, it is football, but I digress. Most of us are either Cowboys or Eagles fans. And I have two threads, one with my best friends and the godfathers of my children. Those are the Cowboys fans, and those trash talking Eagles fans. But both threads are extremely quiet this week. The only thing that popped up was Jalen Ramsey trade, which the Eagles fans were pretty bummed about. Some of the Cowboys fans were pretty bummed. And, I couldn't say nothing because I'm not as high on Byron Jones as I was coming in the season. I can't really take up for him right now, but I still have hopes for him. He's not sucking out there, but he's not making a difference either. But the reason why the Philly fans are mad about the Ramsey trade is their secondary is playing pretty bad right now. So with that said, let's talk about the injuries first in this game. Then we'll circle back on Saturday and talk about them again to see if they've progressed or not. We have some very concerning injuries. Number one, at the top of the list, or the top injury, is Amari Cooper. In my opinion, if Amari Cooper couldn't finish the game when we absolutely needed him, and they couldn't practice much last week, he was limited. So I seriously doubt he will be practicing much this week at all. And I do not expect Cooper to be a factor versus the Eagles at all. If he does, it will be a blessing and one of the biggest surprises ever. So the safest thing is to put Amari Cooper out of your mind, which is versus that secondary is like. Then another one is Randall Cobb, which I have a little more hope in. He's just experiencing tightness in his back, so that could go away. The bad thing is it could come back during the rest of the season, which is not good, so you don't know if he might miss a game here and there moving forward. But the thing about Cobb, the Cobb and Dak thing is the one main thing that's not working out at all. Dak has a pretty good passer rating throwing to all the other receivers outside of Cobb. But Cobb, his passer rating is 54.3 or something like that, somewhere in the 50s, with 4 interceptions. So whatever chemistry they have, whatever chemistry they don't have is showing. And also Cobb has been one to have dropped a lot of passes. Then almost as important as the wide receivers is Tyron and La'el Collins. Without them at near top strength, not only are we subject to lose, we might get Dak killed. I mean, Dak got beat up bad by a good front seven last week, and we're going up against another good front seven this week. So, I mean, he can only take so much punishment, kind of like Cam. It really doesn't matter how big and strong you are. Your body can only take so much before the punishment makes your body give in. So I'm hoping we'll get Lyle and Tyron in pretty decent shape to where they can actually contribute. Again, that's kind of what Lyle said. He wants to be playing, but he doesn't want to be a detriment to the team. And Devin Smith, I don't know what's really going on there with that guy. I didn't know he was going to be out last week, but we're sure going to need him versus Philadelphia. On defense. On defense, Tyrone Crawford, we know that Tyrone Crawford is gone, leaving our defensive line very, very, very suspect. They were already suspect with him. Without him, it's even worse. And these are crucial injuries because of Philly this week. We have to pass versus their weakened secondary, and we have to somehow figure out how to stop their powerful run game, their run schemes. And this is not all. Versus Carson Wentz, we have Anthony Brown and Byron Jones availability up in the air. So, and this week with the possibility of the return of Deshaun Jackson. So I'm just going to leave it here with these injuries, and then I'll get into how we should attack them and all that kind of stuff later. But from a roster point, we're coming in this game, limping, basically. So, and I don't like that. So, all right, guys, tomorrow we'll get into the nuts and bolts of this game to see what we can do to defeat this football team. But right now, they're kind of worried about us and we're kind of worried about them. It's just, it is what it is. All right, guys, have a great hump day. I'll let you tomorrow. Peace.